There's a lot to look forward to if you work at Amazon. Um, as you might know, they've expanded from everything from groceries to healthcare. Um, and so that leaves kind of a just a plethora of current news that's going on within the company among their different divisions. Um, some pretty good current news is that several of their prime original shows have been nominated for Golden Globes. Um, Two of those shows, The Marvelous Miss Maisel and Homecoming, were nominated for 3 Golden Globes each. And a third show, Beautiful Boy, was nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Actor. So those are all things to look forward to, and they're things that give Prime Video credibility moving forward. Since we're talking about streaming, another really great thing that they're getting into is NFL streaming. So you can go on to the Amazon Prime app on one of these primetime football days, whether it's Monday night, Thursday night, and you might see Amazon offering streaming for a particular game. A lot of the rights for these major sports distributors like CBS and ABC, those are a lot of them are going away. A lot of those contracts are ending around 2021, 2020, and so those are going to be up for grabs. And I think it's going to be clear that Amazon's going to make a step to become a big time sports streamer and provider and compete with ESPN. So that's pretty big news that's going on. One other interesting tidbit is that Amazon's actually working on a couple of social networks. From a 2017 Axios article, it appears that they're working on one called Spark, which is a shopping social network, and a second called Anytime, which is a standalone messaging app that could be used worldwide. Their advertising revenue is currently some of the best that you can see. Um, One thing that I've heard Amazon referred to as is a walled garden, which is essentially means that everything on the Amazon site is content that's controlled by Amazon, and because of that, it's more valuable to marketers. And so, into the future and already now, Amazon is charging a premium to advertise products on their site because they are able to make more targeted advertisements. And because people are already associating Amazon with shopping, so you lead to higher conversions whenever you advertise on Amazon, as opposed to advertising on Facebook or Google, where you don't know what kind of advertisement is going to be next to your ad, and you don't know how relevant it's going to be. So those are pretty interesting things. Um, Another thing, in 2017, Amazon spent $4.5 billion on content. So that's kind of the kind of stuff like movies, shows, publishing, those kind of things that they're creating. And some of that, 12 million of that, was spent on Sundance to beat out studios for Oscar-winning and Emmy-nominated content. So, and that's obviously done well since they have several shows that have Golden Globe nominations. In 2017, Amazon's Echo dominates the digital voice assistant market. According to Axios, 70.6% of users prefer using the Echo over other digital voice devices. Um, in addition to that, they're also spending more on their search presence to compete with Google and Microsoft. Another little current news tidbit about Google and Microsoft, and then Apple as well, is that during the past week or so, they've all kind of flip flop spots for becoming the world's most valuable tech company. Um, on Monday, December 3rd, Amazon actually took that spot just briefly, and a lot of that was due to a recent conference they have for Amazon Web Services called reInvent that they were holding on that day. So they talked about lots of updates there too. Um, so Prime is pretty great. Um, they're doing more like TV deals. So live stream deals like a 50 million Thursday night streaming deal with the NFL, to be able to advertise and distribute football. Um, and again, that's going to make them just a big competitor for sports moving forward. Another big place where they're making lots of impacts is in digital advertising. So, according to a Clicks article by PK Cannon, the advertising online advertising market is expected to top 88 billion in 2018. Amazon is really trying to get a chunk of that by charging premiums to advertise on their sites, premiums as opposed to the prices that advertisers would be paying on Google or Facebook. And as outlined in the article, one unique advantage is that marketers are able to acquire customers for a lower cost. And that's just because customers on Amazon are already ready to shop and they're already looking for products. So whenever a shopper gets a relevant ad for a product that they want, they're more likely to purchase that, creating a conversion. Whereas if you advertise on Google or Facebook, you might see a product and you might just be researching rather than looking to buy. So while people do research on Amazon, a lot of the time you can find some pretty impulsive buying habits.